What is good, everyone? Tonight, we got 10 Megalodons caught on camera and spotted in real life by top 10s. Now, they say he's long gone extinct with the dinosaurs. We all seen the movie Meg. And now I think everybody thinks that Megalodon still exists. He could. There's lots of the ocean. I think we only discovered 7% of the ocean. So there's a good chance that he may be out there. Yeah. And if you're new here, like, share, subscribe, comment. And let's get right into this and see if people actually spot it in real life, because I'm curious.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 Megalodon caught on camera and spotted in real life. Megalodon, meaning big tooth, is a species of giant shark that lived 26 million years ago. They're absolutely huge, and each of their teeth are the size of a human being, while some say that Megalodons still exist today. Here are some cases of people who say they caught this giant terrifying sea creature on tape. But before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? Coming in at number 10 is Megalodon on the Brazilian coastline. So most of the time when we see hoax footage of things, it's been filmed on purpose. However, this Megalodon video was captured by accident. On November 20th, 2012, the Brazilian Coast Guard was doing a routine rescue of a swimmer. The swimmer had got lost at sea, so they decided to rescue him by air. Now, for safety and training purposes, they always have cameras in those helicopters. Well, as the helicopter hovered over the swimmer, they saw something very odd in the camera. Now, neither the swimmer nor the rescuer saw this at the time, as they were too focused on the task in hand. But watch the video and see if you spot the Megalodon.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see that?
Did you see it? If not, I'll play it again more clearly, and you can see in the top right corner there's a Megalodon.
I don't know if that's a Megalodon, but that thing is big. Wow.
As you just saw, a colossal shark just swam by. Now you may assume this is a whale, as whales could be around this size. However, there actually isn't any whales in the area, so it can't have been that. I estimate it was around 60 feet long, which...
It could... How do you know? Is there proof that there's no whales there? There could be. You never know. They can swim. They have that ability. Come on now. Weird stuff happens. But whatever that was big. Can't say it's a Meg.
which is around the size of a Megalodon. And also one of the places where Megalodons used to live is in the Americas, including Southern American countries like Brazil. Everything adds up about this clip, so it seems to be an actual Megalodon caught on camera. What do you think about this? Is it a Megalodon or something else?
It could be something else. I'm not buying it.
Next up is giant sea creature. So this one was caught by a guy on a boat. He was having a peaceful time in the ocean on his boat. That was when he saw a shark's fin. Now, at first he assumed it was simply a shark, and he was pretty interested, so he began filming it. But when he saw the distance between the shark's fin and the shark's lobe, he doubted whether it was actually a shark at all. As you can see, there's a huge gap, because this is one ginormous shark. It can clearly be seen in the water, and it's so big it actually makes the water go black. There are spots on the back of this animal, which has led many to say it's a whale shark. However, this makes no sense, as whale sharks don't roam this area. The clip has been analysed by experts online, but they're baffled by it. The guy who took the clip is also confused, however he claims it to be a Megalodon. What do you think about this claim? Does it seem far-fetched or realistic? I don't see why not, so I'm struggling for any other explanation for this clip. It really doesn't seem like it could be any other animal. The guy's an avid boater, but apparently he's never seen anything like this ever again. If Megalodons do exist, they're very rare, so this may make sense. Take a look at the clip and let me know if you think this is a Megalodon or something totally different.
That clearly is a shark fin. And whatever it is, it's big. So, I don't know. What y'all think? Let me know down below. I don't know. Yeah, I forgot to mention, anything's possible. These sea creatures, fish, sharks, whatever. If they want to migrate somewhere else, try something new, because they don't feel safe where they're at, because people like to use their fins and throw them back. Then it's possible it could be a whale shark. I'm sorry about that. Hit the wrong damn button.
Next up is boat attacked by Megalodon. So this one is very terrifying and was shot off the coast of Cape Town in South Africa. One day a few friends decided to hire a boat. So they hired the boat and decided to go on a fishing trip. They recorded their experience on a waterproof camera. And at the beginning of their fishing trip, one of the girls says they're going to try and catch the biggest fish in the ocean.
It's Friday, and we're out fishing. How big? We're gonna get
Now, of course, this was a joke, but when you see what happens next, you'll see what this girl said has an eerie truth to it. A little while later in the video, their boat's hit by something. At first, it's not clear what, as the camera drops down. You then hear everyone on the boat start screaming, and then the boat goes under the sea. Of course, the last thing these people were trying to do in this situation was get good footage. And because of this, you can't exactly make out what the animal doing this is. The people's bodies were never found, however their boat and camera was. Coast Guards found their boat torn in half, and it appeared to have bite marks down the middle of it. People were stunned when they charged up the camera and saw what was on it. So far, the people on this boat have never been found, but their camera footage has been seen by millions. The footage is kind of a mystery, however the main theory is a Megalodon caught up with their boat. Megalodon fossils have been excavated from all around Africa, including South Africa where they were. Megalodon are also known for being very vicious and have massive teeth which could easily rip through boats, so this all makes sense. Do you think it's slightly far-fetched, or did a Megalodon really take a chomp out of this boat?
It's Friday,
I am going to say if they can prove that it was, then we're going to say yeah.
This is a big one.
But until there's proof, I don't know. Ooh! Ooh! You hear that?
Next up is Japanese Megalodon. Now this video is really interesting as it's probably one of the most realistic Megalodon sightings ever. And this one is a bit different as it was filmed in Japan, making it the only video in Asia on this list. We all know Japan is home to some odd sea creatures, but is it home to the largest sea creature of all time? Let's have a look. The video appears to be an underwater webcam showing an odd structure underneath the ocean. It's thought this is some kind of military structure and the reason they had cameras on it was to monitor it. However, one day their underwater structure surveillance was interrupted by a giant fish. As you can see, a massive sea creature almost takes up the entire shot. However, despite this being filmed underwater, the footage is pretty clear and you can make out quite a bit of detail. Now, a lot of people say this is a Megalodon. There have been some reported sightings of Megalodon fossils in Asia, so perhaps this makes sense. However, if Megalodon ever were in Asia, then there weren't many of them, as this is the only Asian video on this list. The footage has been checked and has been verified as totally real. The only question is, are we looking at a Megalodon or something totally different? Now, I'm no expert on Asian aquatica, but this looks like a Megalodon to me. Check out the video and let me know in the comments what you think.
I have no goddamn clue. That thing's big.
Next up is Megalodon disturbs kayak. It would be scary enough if you were in a boat like other people on this list and have seen a Megalodon. But can you imagine anything more terrifying than kayaking around the ocean when suddenly you spot the world's biggest shark ever? Well, that is exactly what happened to one man, and it was caught on tape. At first, everything was all normal with this kayaker and he was enjoying his day off. That was when all of a sudden the massive aquatic beast swims right for him. You can see him turn his kayak and try and row away to avoid certain doom. Just imagine how terrifying it would be having a Megalodon sneak up right on you. His friend on a boat shot this footage and he calculated the Megalodon was over 40 feet long. And if we're going by fossil remains, then this definitely does sound like a Megalodon. The only other explanation for this is some kind of mutant shark. However, what's even more curious about this footage is that it's not even shot in an area known for sharks. Take a look at this terrifying clip and let me know what you think.
Ooh.
Next up is jumping Megalodon.
No.
So we've seen what happens when a Megalodon meets a boat. It wasn't pretty and the boat ended up cut.
I don't know what that was, but it was looking at that kayaker like it was dinner time.
In two. Well, then you can only imagine what happens when a Megalodon meets a whale. Whales are known for jumping up out of the ocean. It's an amazing and beautiful sight to see, and people love capturing it on camera. One night, somebody was doing just that. They were filming the ocean at night as whales kept popping up out of the water. All of a sudden, a whale jumped out of the ocean. However, it wasn't alone. As it jumped up, so does what seems to be a Megalodon. And the Megalodon even took a massive bite out of the whale. It's not known whether this whale lived, but likely not. It's not known whether this whale lived, but sadly, likely not. It's hardly surprising though, seeing as we saw a Megalodon tear through a boat earlier. We usually see whales as predators, as they're massive and at the top of the food chain in the ocean. But seeing that whales are prey for Megalodon shows how big they really are. Check out this amazing clip and let me know your thoughts on it.
I don't know about that one. Whatever that is, that was big, and that whale did not survive. That's a big and oh. What? I'm gonna say that was Megalodon, because I have no answer for. Yeah.
Next up is Megalodon scares scientists. So it's not exactly hard for a regular Joe to be scared by a video of a Megalodon. However, scientists are much more skeptical, and some downright say that Megalodon don't exist. Well, one year footage by the Discovery Channel made one scientist change his mind. Underwater, there are many live feeds going on all the time. They put the cameras on historic sites and oil rigs and other places. And if you look online, you can actually check these out for yourself. Well, during one live stream, one of the cameras caught something very odd by an oil rig. As you can clearly see, a fin can be made out. However, this isn't just a fish's fin or even a shark's fin. This is a massive fin. Scientifically, no animal in that area could have a fin that large except for a Megalodon. And simply from the fin size, scientists extrapolated that this Megalodon would have been around 60 feet long. Discovery Channel got a hold of this footage and showed it to a scientist. The scientist had a long history of saying Megalodon don't exist. However, as soon as he saw the footage, he changed his mind. What do you think about this footage? It's not as dramatic as some of the others on this list, but if it convinces scientists, it really does give skeptics something to think about. Next.
Okay. If it stuns a scientist, they're pretty smart individuals. So, I have no words. I'm baffled. That was huge.
Up is Megalodon spotted by divers. Next up is Megalodon spotted by divers. So this one is very terrifying and shows a diver. So this one is incredibly terrifying and was shot by a diver. One day a couple were diving in Bali off the coast of Indonesia. All of a sudden a whale shark spots them and swims over. Now you can tell it's a whale shark from the spots on its back. However, according to the diver, this whale shark had much bigger teeth than average. And also it was incredibly aggressive as it tried to bite the guy many times. Now luckily both the diver and the guy filming got away. However, this could have gone very, very wrong. While this was a whale shark, the large teeth and aggressive nature of it has led some to say this is a descendant of a megalodon. And seeing as whale sharks are the closest thing to megalodons today, this could be the case. Other scientists say that whale sharks can be made aggressive by fumes coming from cans. For example, a can of deodorant or a can of spray paint. But what do you think made this whale shark aggressive? Was it toxic fumes or its megalodon ancestry?
He was hungry. Come on now. Ain't no megalodon. He was just hungry, wanted to eat.
Next up is unexplained Megalodon. So by their nature, Megalodon are very mysterious. They're not even supposed to be around anymore, so that's mysterious in itself. However, in this piece of footage, people aren't sure if it's a Megalodon or an unidentified sea creature. The footage was taken 5,000 feet underwater by an oil rig, and it was by the Gulf of New Mexico, where Megalodon fossils have been found. Now, marine biologists have looked at this footage, but they're not sure what this thing is. The only thing we're sure of is it is massive, and could be the size of a Megalodon. But do you think this is a Megalodon or an unidentified sea creature which happens to be giant? Check out the footage and let me know. And also comment down below if you believe Megalodons still roam the oceans today.
Well, that ain't no megalodon, but whatever that is, that's weird. Oh, wow. What is that? It ain't megalodon. Definitely ain't no shark. What is that?
Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the best video on this list. And be sure to check out my second channel for more amazing.
I'm baffled on that last one, but it ain't no damn shark. Whatever it is, that's weird. Alright guys, until the next one, like, share, subscribe, comment. Catch you on the next.